So it's possible we overshoot today. Okay, now I'm only talking about if this is a correction in the bull market. If the net aggregate opinion of all investors lean more bullish towards Trump than bearish, this is the scenario I'm talking about, right? Then you can overshoot that 200 DMA intraday. It's just important where you close. So it's possible you get an overshoot of the 200 DMA either this morning or tomorrow morning. 486 is exactly a 10% correction from the high, okay? Which would be a correction in a bull market, 486. So all of these are possibilities for today, like the mid 480s as an overshoot of the strong supports of 491 to 492, and then we're off to the races. Either way, I'm leaning towards that the bottom is going to be in either this morning or tomorrow morning. All right, at a level of between 480, 546 intraday to a closing level of 491 to 492, based on all the levels we're talking about. Now, that is all simply a correction in a bull market.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
You know, my thesis is here that the Fed is going to come in. So there's no Trump put, but there's going to be a Fed put. The Fed is going to have to come in and cut interest rates significantly to counteract the deflationary impact of Doge. I believe the deflationary impact of Doge far outweighs the inflationary impact of tariffs. But I will say, I was thinking about it this morning a little bit. It's not so much the inflationary impact of tariffs that I think people are worried about. It's just the uncertainty. Businesses can't plan. I saw a note last night regarding any M&A. Like any M&A or private equity transactions, everything's on hold because you just can't do the calculations. You don't know what things are worth, or, you know, with the tariffs and everything. So that's all on hold. So that uncertainty is, I'll admit, the uncertainty of tariffs is a big part of what's going on. But I do not believe the inflationary impact of tariffs is going to be something that's going to give the Fed a problem. And this is why I think the bond market is actually wrong right now. I think they're still underestimating the resolve of Trump and Elon Musk to cut government spending. It appears, I think they're going to have a good level of success with that. And I don't think the markets really fully appreciate that yet. And that's why I think you're going to start seeing weak economic data. You're going to continue seeing light CPI. That is going to maybe surprise some people because they're like, oh, I thought tariffs were going to raise prices. So I think this is going to make the Fed's job easy to decrease rates, which is going to be bullish TLT. So for me, my play here over the next 6 weeks is buy TLT on weakness. Down 0.8% this morning, especially before data point. We have UMISH data at 10 a.m. So I'm going to be adding some TLT calls before the UMISH data at 10 a.m. This might be basically my main hedge play, let's call it that. All right.
All right, let's do a macro review. Starting with IWM, you might look at this chart and be like, wow, great, the pain's over. IWM hit the 200 DMA, let's go. But the RSI is not as over, look at this, the bottom blue, I can't highlight it, can I? The RSI, there it is not as oversold as it was on the previous drops, which means it could get more oversold and we could break below this 200 DMA. Not only that, but QQQ and SPY, all right, even more precarious because they didn't get to the 200 DMA yet, well above the 200 DMA, didn't get to the 50 DMA yet, and the RSI likewise is not oversold yet. Okay, SPY, wow, SPY's a little healthier. Could that 50 DMA hold? Doesn't always hold though. See that it has not been a great predictor. That 50 DMA. We can dip below the 50 DMA without being the end of the world on SPY. But from market psychology perspective, with the Microsoft news over the weekend. I mentioned this in the last video. NVDA earnings Wednesday. We'll call that a risk event Wednesday. I think that's bad news for QQQ. And 50 DMAs here at 523. Man. I gotta say, I think 510 is very much in play here early tomorrow. And potentially all the way down to 500. I don't know. That's how it feels like to me. It feels like, I don't know, I felt it with IWM. That was correction time. You saw me take the hedge on IWM, which worked out brilliantly. But that's what I'm seeing here. So forget about IWM being at the 200 DMA. Focus on this QQQ, Microsoft, NVIDIA dynamic, and this RSI here, which can cause QQQ to make a move to 500 to 510 before or, after the NVIDIA news if it's bad. All right. I feel like we'll have more weakness into the report and a potential bounce after that. But for right now, I'm kind of still bearish. All right. We got that bounce off that was beautiful, man. If you were, I was like half asleep on Friday. And if I was in the office, we would have made a ton of money on this because I had high conviction about that 217.50 IWM target. Came fast. Can you believe it? I was saying, hey, by Monday, and we got it the same day. That's crazy. Man, those put options I was in early in the day were up like 500-600%. But I didn't hold the whole way, sadly. And my size was not big, sadly. Best I could do, I was half asleep with the flu. But in any case, I'm not very positive on the macro right now for early in the week. I think, and by the way, another reason I'm not so positive is because if you look at individual charts, like Hood, breaking below the 20 DMA, like HIMS, let's go to HIMS, okay, which has more room to the 20 DMA, and take note of the RSIs, okay, maybe even like Axon. I know Axon I'm itching to get in, but even looking at Axon, well, no, Axon's pretty oversold. I'm not sure about getting to the 200 DMA on Axon, 445. I mean, that's a gift if that happens, 476 gap or so. But there's a lot of charts, a lot of broken charts, which violated key moving averages with RSIs that are not as oversold as in recent previous drops. And that tells me the odds of QQQ taking a further leg down before NVIDIA is very high risk. That's my view on the macro.
Fucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. You know what happened with the DRE.
All right. I think this is a stock you own for the long term, and you can trade throughout the year, buy the dips and sell the rips lightly. Okay. I have a 14% position right now. It's my largest position in my trade account. I think you could imminently go to 31 to 33 today.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. You know what happened with the DRE.
So it's possible we overshoot today. Okay, now I'm only talking about if this is a correction in the bull market. If the net aggregate opinion of all investors lean more bullish towards Trump than bearish, this is the scenario I'm talking about, right? Then you can overshoot that 200 DMA intraday. It's just important where you close. So it's possible you get an overshoot of the 200 DMA either this morning or tomorrow morning. 486 is exactly a 10% correction from the high, okay? Which would be a correction in the bull market, 486. So all of these are possibilities for today. Like the mid 480s as an overshoot of the strong supports of 491 to 492, and then we're off to the races. Either way, I'm leaning towards that the bottom is going to be in either this morning or tomorrow morning. All right, at a level of between 480, 546 intraday to a closing level of 491 to 492, based on all these levels we're talking about. Now, that is all simply a correction in a bull market.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. You You know I'm mobbing with the DRE.
You know, my thesis is here that the Fed is going to come in, so there's no Trump put, but there's going to be a Fed put. The Fed is going to have to come in and cut interest rates significantly to counteract the deflationary impact of Doge. I believe the deflationary impact of Doge far outweighs the inflationary impact of tariffs. But I will say, I was thinking about it this morning a little bit. It's not so much the inflationary impact of tariffs that I think people are worried about. It's just the uncertainty. Businesses can't plan. I saw a note last night regarding any M&A, like any M&A or private equity transactions. Everything's on hold because you just can't do the calculations. You don't know what things are worth, or with the tariffs and everything. So that's all on hold. So that uncertainty is, I'll admit, the uncertainty of tariffs is a big part of what's going on. But I do not believe the inflationary impact of tariffs is going to be something that's going to give the Fed a problem. And this is why I think the bond market's actually wrong right now. I think they're still underestimating the resolve of Trump and Elon Musk to cut government spending. I think they're going to have a good level of success with that. And I don't think the markets really fully appreciate that yet. And that's why I think you're going to start seeing weak economic data. You're going to continue seeing light CPI that is going to maybe surprise some people because they're like, oh, I thought tariffs were going to raise prices. So I think this is going to make the Fed's job easy to decrease rates, which is going to be bullish TLT. So for me, my play here over the next 6 weeks is buy TLT on weakness. Down 0.8% this morning, especially before data points. We have UMIT data at 10 a.m., so I'm going to be adding some TLT calls before the UMIT data at 10 a.m. This might be basically my main hedge play, let's call it that. All right. All right. I think this is a stock you own for the long term, and you can trade throughout the year, buy the dips and sell the rips lightly. Okay. I have a 14% position right now. It's my largest position in my trade account. I think you could imminently go to 31 to 33 today.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. You know I'm mobbing with the DRE.
So it's possible we overshoot today. Okay, now I'm only talking about if this is a correction in the bull market. If the net aggregate opinion of all investors lean more bullish towards Trump than bearish, this is the scenario I'm talking about, right? Then you can overshoot that 200 DMA intraday. It's just important where you close. So it's possible you get an overshoot of the 200 DMA either this morning or tomorrow morning. 486 is exactly a 10% correction from the high, okay? Which would be a correction in the bull market, 486. So all of these are possibilities for today, like the mid 480s as an overshoot of the strong supports of 491 to 492, and then we're off to the races. Either way, I'm leaning towards that the bottom is going to be in either this morning or tomorrow morning. All right, at a level of between 480, 546 intraday to a closing level of 491 to 492, based on all these levels of talk. Now, that is all simply a correction in a bull market.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. You know I'm mobbing with the DRE.
You know, my thesis is here that the Fed is going to come in, so there's no Trump put, but there's going to be a Fed put. The Fed is going to have to come in and cut interest rates significantly to counteract the deflationary impact of Doge. I believe the deflationary impact of Doge far outweighs the inflationary impact of tariffs. But I will say, I was thinking about it this morning a little bit. It's not so much the inflationary impact of tariffs that I think people are worried about. It's just the uncertainty. Businesses can't plan. I saw a note last night regarding any M&A, like any M&A or private equity transactions, everything's on hold because you just can't do calculations. You don't know what things are worth, or, with the tariffs and everything. So that's all on hold. So that uncertainty is, I'll admit, the uncertainty of tariffs is a big part of what's going on. But I do not believe the inflationary impact of tariffs is going to be something that's going to give the Fed a problem. And this is why I think the bond market is actually wrong right now. I think they're still underestimating the resolve of Trump and Elon Musk to cut government spending. I think they're going to have a good level of success with that. And I don't think the markets really fully appreciate that yet. And that's why I think you're going to start seeing weak economic data. You're going to continue seeing light CPI. That is going to maybe surprise some people because they're like, oh, I thought tariffs were going to raise prices. So I think this is going to make the Fed's job easy to decrease rates, which is going to be bullish TLT. So for me, my play here over the next 6 weeks is buy TLT on weakness. Down 0.8% this morning, especially before data points. We have UMIT data at 10 a.m., so I'm going to be adding some TLT calls before the UMIT data at 10 a.m. This might be basically my main hedge play, let's call it that. All right. All right. I think this is a stock you own for the long term, and you can trade throughout the year, buy the dips and sell the rips lightly. Okay. I have a 14% position right now. It's my largest position in my trade account. I think you could imminently go to 31 to 33 today.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
So it's possible we overshoot today. Okay, now I'm only talking about if this is a correction in the bull market. If the net aggregate opinion of all investors lean more bullish towards Trump than bearish, this is the scenario I'm talking about, right? Then you can overshoot that 200 DMA intraday. It's just important where you close. So it's possible you get an overshoot of the 200 DMA either this morning or tomorrow morning. 486 is exactly a 10% correction from the high, okay? Which would be a correction in the bull market, 486. So all of these are possibilities for today, like the mid 480s as an overshoot of the strong supports of 491 to 492, and then we're off to the races. Either way, I'm leaning towards that the bottom is going to be in either this morning or tomorrow morning. All right, at a level of between 480, 546 intraday to a closing level of 491 to 492, based on all these levels of stuff. Now, that is all simply a correction in a bull market.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
My thesis is here that the Fed is going to come in. So there's no Trump put, but there's going to be a Fed put. The Fed is going to have to come in and cut interest rates significantly to counteract the deflationary impact of Doge. I believe the deflationary impact of Doge far outweighs the inflationary impact of tariffs. But I will say, I was thinking about it this morning a little bit. It's not so much the inflationary impact of tariffs that I think people are worried about. It's just the uncertainty. Businesses can't plan. I saw a note last night regarding any M&A, like any M&A or private equity transactions. Everything's on hold because you just can't do calculations. You don't know what things are worth, or with the tariffs and everything. So that's all on hold. So that uncertainty is, I'll admit, the uncertainty of tariffs is a big part of what's going on. But I do not believe the inflationary impact of tariffs is going to be something that's going to give the Fed a problem. And this is why I think the bond market is actually wrong right now. I think they're still underestimating the resolve of Trump and Elon Musk to cut government spending. It appears, I think they're going to have a good level of success with that. And I don't think the markets really fully appreciate that yet. And that's why I think you're going to start seeing weak economic data. You're going to continue seeing light CPI. That is going to maybe surprise some people because they're like, oh, I thought tariffs were going to raise prices. So I think this is going to make the Fed's job easy to decrease rates, which is going to be bullish TLT. So for me, my play here over the next 6 weeks is buy TLT on weakness. Down 0.8% this morning, especially before data point. We have UMich data at 10 a.m. So I'm going to be adding some TLT calls before the UMich data at 10 a.m. This might be basically my main hedge play, let's call it that. All right.
Hey, Ben, we can't hear you at all.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep, we can hear you.
All right, great. Good morning, Story Trading. Welcome to our VIP pre-market prep. We do this every single morning for our Discord at 9 a.m. We roll it right into live trading. We're going to be doing this show free, again, for X for some time here in the next few weeks, only up until about 9:20 a.m. or so. And then we're going to continue with our Discord only while we pick our top 5 picks of the day, and then go right into live trading at 9:30 a.m. So if you want to be with us continuously on this show, then the code is right there. Put a code there, pre-market 30 for 30% off right now. You can go to storytrading.com/Discord, 30% off pre-market 30. And you can stay on the full show, learn about what our top 5 picks are going to be this morning, and then we'll roll that right into live trading. So we're getting that bounce. Finally, I was waiting for this bounce for a long time on for the QQQ to the 200 DMA, and it's finally here. All right, so here's that bounce. Now, by no means do I think we're out of any danger, okay? But this was obvious it will come at some point. I thought it would be earlier, so it was very hard, this chop last week, trying to time when that bounce came, and here it is this morning. So 488.35, where are we on that? Wow, that clears all these resistance areas. So you got a little bit of resistance at the 20 DMA, 489.19. Could that be the peak? I would say we're going to make it to the 200 because the SPY's made it to the 200. So SPY's at 571.30. It's over the 200 DMA right now. The 20 DMA up there at 571.96. So I would say the QQQ is going to bust through this 20 DMA and make it to that 200 DMA there at the least. And then we'll have to see what we do there. But I'm thinking it'll be a great place to take profits on individual stocks. So QQQ 200 DMA, 492.36, another $4 or so from here. Now the question is, is it a gap and run or a gap and fade, find support, and then run to the 200 DMA? That I have no idea on. All right, so can't give you advice on that. I'm playing some individual stocks this morning. Already, some of those are working out. So we'll talk about that in just a second. And just for validation that we're risk on this morning, you can see Bitcoin breaking out. Wow, Bitcoin looks like it's heading to 90,000. So what else? RK is looking good broke the 20 DMA this morning with the help of Tesla up here. So everything's looking good for a little bit more continuation at the least. The RSIs are pretty oversold. So we're making it. We're making it to that 200 DMA. Let's see what the Russell looks like. IWM here, 206.47. It's breaking above that 20 DMA, gapping above it. You have resistance here at 207.68. wow, we'll see what happens there, but that looks like a pretty key resistance level. What's the top of this candle? About two. Let's call it around roughly 208. Big resistance level for the Russell. But some of this is being catalyzed. First of all, I mean, this was bound to happen. We just didn't know exactly when we'd get that rebound. On the FOMC, we kind of called that would be the trigger, but it was choppy. It was hard, man. Thursday and Friday, there was a lot of doubt in there if you were trying to like intraday trade options, trying to follow through on that prediction. I had that FOMC would be the trigger to 200 DMA. It was pretty hard, or that was Wednesday, the 19th, I believe. Yeah. It was Wednesday the 19th. So a lot of chop in there, very hard trading. Now, but we got a catalyst yesterday, which is Trump administration saying that the tariffs or reciprocal tariffs on April 2nd will be narrowed and exclude certain key industries like auto and semiconductor. And I think there was another industry in there. So I think that's the catalyst, allowing finally for this 200 DMA target to happen, this nice rebound. So hopefully all of you are in a position to make some money. I did have some hedge going into this weekend, which I'm going to lose, some SPY puts and TLT calls, but thankfully I have much more long than that hedge, so I should be okay this morning. Now let's head on over first. So let's look at the ER list here. Luck Day was on my radar. This was, I think, pretty bad. Listen to the conference call to know what's up, but they missed on the top and bottom. The guide looked like it was a miss on the top. Normally, like, I've interviewed the CEO here on Luck D, so I'm familiar with it, and it got some attention. It got some attention because I think Ripster was talking about it last week, so maybe a lot of people are in this, and to me it looked like a miss and it might need to unwind. I'm not going to short it, but it looked like a pretty bad miss. It looks pretty overvalued, the company, to me, so I don't know. It's not going to explode, let's put it there, unless something awesome happens in the conference call. All right, so I'm not playing that at all. All right, we have RUM earnings tomorrow morning, and this is an easy move to the 20 DMA. 20 DMA 841, probably going to hit that today. That also happens to be near the top of this candle, 830. So 830 to 840, probably going to hit that today. We're 815 by 818. Yeah, I'm almost certainly going to tag that today ahead of ER tomorrow morning. So that's Rumble. Lunar had earnings this morning. It looked like a miss to me on the revenue and also for the year, but it's been down so much after that mislanding. And I think Cantor Fitzgerald came out this morning defending it with, what was the price target? Not on this stream. I saw it somewhere else though. But anyway, I think it was Cantor suggesting there's a good buying opportunity because of the move down that's occurred. So Lunar up 9%. Let's see what the 200 DMA is at, 996. No, let's look at this candle right there, 813. So I think 813 would be in play here this morning on Luna. We're at 771 right now. And then I'll be looking at the CSIQ ER just out of curiosity. I think that's tomorrow morning. All right, those are the ERs. Let me just see. There's a couple comments here before we move into a lot of other catalysts and stocks and targets in just a second. Do you feel like bears are losing steam, or do you think their run still far from over? I just think this is a bounce in what I'm going to call a bear market for now. It's an expected bounce that we're trying to time, over the last week or so. It was tough to time it, but here it is. So I'm going to be taking profits at that 200 DMA on QQQ. Let's and reassess from there. Okay. Now, my favorite stocks I'm going to stay in, right? The ones that have high conviction, I'm going to stay in. But things that I'm just like playing with the market bounce, I'm going to be exiting at 492. Look, I think that the second half of this year is going to be great. Answering Progressive, right? My thesis on I don't think tariffs are a big deal at all. I think the Fed is going to have an easy time lowering rates this year because the deflationary impact of Doge exceeds the inflationary impact of tariffs. That's my thesis. And I think the second half is going to be great, right? But I'm still kind of bearish on the first half because, it looks like we're getting or possibly moving towards some sort of recession. And whether that's caused by tariffs and or, the cost cutting that's happening in the government and all of that, impacting sentiment and impacting people's pocketbooks to be able to, boost up corporate earnings, and that's going to bring earnings down. So no matter what, whether you believe in tariffs or not, I think the first half of the year is going to be rocky, but it's going to set us up for an awesome second half of the year. I guess I may be more bullish on the second half than the folks who are worried about tariffs, because they may be worried about stagflation and the Fed may not be able to drop rates. I'm not worried about stagflation at all, and I think the Fed can drop rates. So I'm pretty bullish on the second half of the year. But, as far as this is just a standard, oversold, pop to the 200 DMA on an oversold condition. The excuse is this catalyst yesterday that we talked about. And then we're going to take some profits and see. So that's the plan there. So as far as the top list, I'll have QQQ right at the top of my list because I'm going to use that 200 DMA as a guide to take some profits. More so than the IWM, I'll be using QQQ as a guide. So in fact, let me just clear IWM out of this list for today. Now, before we get into all of these stocks, OPTT, big winner. I alerted this on Friday at 52 cents, I think, or was it 53 cents? Something like that. Gave you a target of 63 to 70 cents, okay, which is the top of this candle here. Well, 63.72 to the 50 DMA, 70. And we hit that first target. So I gave the alert in the Discord. I sold half of my shares at 63 cents. At 62 cents, just shy of that first target of 63 cents. Made it to 67, not quite making it 70 cents. But in any case, the reason I got in this is because drones as a sector were getting a pop, I feel, because of the Trump comments on that new Boeing program with the new fighter jets. And when he had mentioned that these jets are not going to fly alone, they're going to have like a drone swarm with them or something like that, which I think maybe comes from the plane itself, or I don't know where it's coming from, or another outside source. So that was just good sentiment in terms of the drone sector in general. So I was looking at the drone stocks on Friday, and I'm like, I really like this. They all went up. UMAC did the best Friday in reaction to that. So you can take a look at it. There's UMAC. So UMAC looked pretty good. Paladine, but OPTT, I really like this chart on Friday. So I got this right at the close, looking for a break of the 20 DMA. And I guess we just got lucky with some news this morning for this AI-powered buoy, confidential. They can't talk about it much, obviously. It's with the U.S. government, I assume. So OPTT sold half there at 62 cents. Still holding the other half. I have a sell order up there near 70 cents. Didn't quite hit it, but this is something I may be playing today. We're going to come back for our VIP members and talk about what are the top 5. What do I think I'm going to be playing? We'll talk about that in a few minutes. But first, let's just run through some of these catalysts. So Hood, last week I was talking about 48, the target. Here it is. We're at 46.48. So still thinking 48 is going to be our target maybe as soon as today. We're at 46.50. HIMS also, let's see, 20 DMA, 37.37. That's your next target. Could break that 20 DMA. This looks like the QQQ chart. So that 20 DMA and make it to the 50 when the QQQ hits the 200 up there at 38.48. So these stocks are all stocks that I think are moving directly with this bounce. So it's Hood, HIMS, NBIS, TEM, CRDO, Affirm, UPST. Okay, all of these basically have the same identical charts, and the targets are the 20 DMA right above it. You see 20 DMA, 20 DMA, 20 DMA. Okay, 50 DMA in the case of TEM. All right, these are all stocks that we're on top of last week with this bounce. So 20 DMA right there. So this is the group of stocks I think will trade with QQQ and have that tailwind with the indices. So if you're looking for individual stocks to play instead of like the QQQ to the 200, this is where I would focus. Hood, HIMS, NBIS, TEM, CRDO, Affirm, UPST, okay? And Hood also had an analyst come out this morning. Who was it? $90 price target. I think it was Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley coming out with a $90 price target saying Robinhood Gold Summit this week should be key catalyst. So this has been hard to trade, even though look at it straight up. But if you were doing like short-term options, which I was doing, the choppiness made it very hard. But my long-term shares I picked up in Hood on this dip, doing really good. It's now one of my largest positions in my retirement account. Very glad I picked up this dip on Hood, and I'm looking forward to much, much higher levels here in the next 2 to 5 quarters. So one of my favorite stocks that I've picked up on this dip. So that's that. ASTS, obviously one of my favorite stocks. Okay, getting a bump here. ASTS kind of does its own thing though, and the chart doesn't really look like QQQ that much at all, I don't think. But had a nice Friday. We can see a bounce to the 20 DMA there at 27.94. I picked some up in pre-market at 26.35 or so. Alerted that on the Discord. I have a bunch from Friday as well, plus short puts. I also have short puts on Hood, so that's doing well. So ASTS target is up there at the 20 DMA, but do not be surprised if this does its own thing and doesn't move with the QQQ. Okay, so there's that. Let's move on. 5 more minutes here, and then we're going to move on to our Discord. So at 9:25, we're going to shut this off for our X, and we move to our Discord. So final reminder, if you want to join us, head on over to storytrading.com/Discord. Use code premarket30 for 30% off. If you're in a rush, in a hurry, you can't get to it right now, that's fine. You can do it later today and join us for tomorrow's live trading pretty much all day. All right, so LAZR, Luminar Technologies, I played this Friday. This was a big winner for me on Friday and offset some other things I didn't do too well with. But LAZR here, potential move to $10. You got some resistance here at 869. Now, I did sell my common shares here this morning on this pop into the 860s. I didn't get a chance to alert that in the Discord, but this is something that I have short puts on this also. So LAZR is something I'm going to be focusing on potentially today to buy the dips on a bigger move higher, because I really like that ER and the guidance they gave. The market cap seems pretty small to me compared to the guidance. Now, there was some debt yesterday they announced, or maybe the filing came out today, but the deal was signed yesterday to convert some debt to equity. And I'm worried that that could hold the stock down, because it looks like there's some terms there that incentivize those debt holders to maybe manipulate the price down in order to get more shares. I think I'm not an expert in that kind of stuff. The Godfather in community is an expert on that kind of stuff, but there could be some manipulation here trying to hold the stock down really for the remainder of the week. From what it looked like, I think pretty much this whole week there could be some pricing decisions that are made in terms of, you know, how many shares they get. So they have incentive to keep the stock down. But this is an interesting one that I'll keep an eye on and might re-enter. Okay. Because I like the technicals, I like the news, and there's going to be a battle here, and it's going to be very volatile. And I hope, and I think maybe at the end of the day, overcome that manipulation that's going to be happening for those guys, possibly. All right, so I'm not sure yet, but that's something we're going to have on watch. Okay, Ram, I talked to you about that earnings tomorrow morning. I picked up a little bit of WRD this morning. It's been kind of sleepy. I think, like, you know, I just took a small risk, a very small size, because this has not moved at all. But it had that big move after the NVDA investment, and now with the market rebounding, maybe it can make a move to the 50 DMA. So I took a small position. All right. Now, some big things I'm going to be focused on today are going to be Berna. We'll talk about that in our VIP in a second. TSSI, which I sold prematurely on Friday. I had a tough day, to be honest with you, Friday. So I had a profit at the end of the day when everything just like surged up. I'm like, all right, now I'm green on TSSI. So I sold it. But this one, well, it's right at that initial resistance anyway, right here at 976. Might not be a bad place to take some profits here at 976, but there'll be a lot of opportunities. TSSI with earnings coming up in a few days. So that's something we'll be looking at. Boeing, I did keep some call options over the weekend, so that's good. We'll look at that. And then, man, there's so much stuff here. There is so much stuff. All right. So now what we're going to do, by the way, Boeing, let me just say, I think the price target's up there at 188. All right, 188 price target. You got to break Friday's high, though, to get there, 183.50, and then maybe you can make a move to that proximal high of 188 after they won that big contract. So it's 9:24 a.m. We're going to move over to our Discord only. So goodbye if you're following us on X and you're watching this show on X. Here we go, heading over to Discord only to choose the top 5 stocks for the day, which can change throughout the day, but we're going to start with the top 5, and then we'll do some live trading. Bye-bye, guys. Okay, great. And now we are back. Rhett's a little feeling under the weather, so he's not able to. Only you can jump in if he wants. He's in the studio, but I don't think he's feeling well. So in any case, now what are we going to do with the top 5 here? You know, I got lots of regrets on Hood, because I was right to really focus on Hood, 35 to 46, but I just kept chopped up, even though these were all open green candles, because I was trying to do it with short-term call options, and then I just can't handle the intraday volatility when I'm in short-term call options. I just could not handle it. So lots of regrets because you saw how focused I was on hood the last couple weeks, but I just did not hold overnight these call options, and I kept getting chopped up during the day. So really unfortunate and sad about that. And I'm looking at this and I'm still saying, this thing still has an easy shot to 48.39. That's another $2 from here. So I'm still thinking this deserves to be in the top 5, and maybe I can finally do it right in a better market condition that maybe will be less choppy today, and maybe overall more bullish. We'll see. But in any case, a hood looks like it's heading to that 48.39 target. That'll make it in the top 5. I'm going to go Berna. Berna has not really, so I have a big position already in some $20 calls for April that cover the next earnings report. But right on the 200 DMA, this will be in the top 5, but lower, like maybe position number 5, because look at all the money flow coming in these popular names. These are just easier bets right now. Stocks like Hood, and I'm going to go Boeing too. Hood and Boeing, like these are just beautiful. Berna, you just got a little faith that the money is going to flow into these e-liquid microcaps, which they often do, but not always. Sometimes that money is focused on those big popular names, and they ignore the smaller e-liquid microcaps for a few days. So I'll put it in the top 5 here. But man, I feel so bad about misexecuting Hood. I should have made a ton of money, but it was hard. I gotta be easy on myself. Who can have the fortitude and the balls to stick with? I'm so convicted. I'm gonna hold my call options through all of this volatility and all of this news. And wow, you gotta have balls of steel to do that. The way to win on this, which I did, was my retirement account, where I bought the common shares. I averaged down here in the mid to upper 30s, and I just held. And that worked out well. So, all right. But trading has been tough. I mean, come on. If you did great trading last couple of weeks, you are something else. All right. So, in any case, it's 9:27 a.m. So I got Hood up there. I got Boeing up here, which I'm in call options on Boeing. 182.50 is expiring this week. That'll help me offset some of this hedge I'm losing in TLT and SPY. Then what else do I want to put in the top 5 here? Look, you can play any, let's put ASTS. All right. So I'm trying to find things that we could have a little bit of an edge on. So, because Hood, you can interchange Hood with, if you want, NBIS, TEM. Look at TEM. Oh my gosh. We were all over that TM. I think I gave a 58 target, or it was a 55 target. Man. Overnight either. But I think you can interchange Hood with NBIS and TEM, Credo, Affirm, UPST. They're all one bucket. All right. All one bucket of stocks. We got that one stock representing that bucket of stocks that correlate well with the NASDAQ and all have similar charts. So we got Hood up there. All right. We have ASTS here as well, which won't correlate as well. So that can give us dip buying opportunities in ASTS. So we're going to look at that in the top 5. I'm going to look at Boeing. I'm going to look at Berna. And then maybe more trading in OPTT at support level. So I sold half up there at 62. All right. It's 9:28 a.m. So what was the close? 53 was the close on Friday. The 20 DMA is 54. So maybe like 55 cents as support. So I'll put OPTT here as well. So we got ASTS and Boeing and Berna and OPTT and Hood. Okay, I like these for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Good 5 stocks we can focus on right here. But again, I would look at any of these that have dip buying opportunities, or seem to have some sort of inefficient move where QQQ is surging and one of them for 10 minutes goes in the opposite direction or something like that. Like I might jump into any of these at any time during the day, whether it's HIMS, NBIS, TMC, or Affirm, or UPST, okay? I'll put LAZR. I'm just a little hesitant about LAZR when I found out about that, the debt that's converted to equity, but I'll keep that up there for dip buying opportunities as well. And Lunar, I just don't know enough about Lunar to have conviction that this is a time to buy. We had good news on GRRR, which there was so much going on this morning. Response to short attack, which was probably the best. I put it in the Discord, the best response to short attack I've ever seen. Strongly worded that we're not even wasting our time with this. All right, so let's start trading. All right, so one of the things I think I want to focus on first is Berna. Just has not moved. So I'm looking for a catch-up trade in Berna. I don't like the spread on the 1750s. Now, I'm going to wait for a better opportunity, maybe with better spreads on Berna. I already have a big position anyway. All right, we're getting dips at the open. OPTT pop. There we go. LAZR. All right. Good thing I sold those common shares. So that's that manipulation we're talking about that's happening now. So we'll see if we can get nice support levels in LAZR. Not looking to jump into anything just yet. I'm in ASTS. Berna. The spreads are too big. That's the problem with Berna. And I already have a big position, so I'm not chomping at the bit here. It's I'm seeing if I can get some 1750 call options or $20 call options. Looks beautiful. Looks beautiful. Man, Hood is going that 48.50 target. ASTS, beautiful, nice. We're in that. I'm gonna sell the pop. What was the target I gave you? 27.87. All right, so that's something we can do. I'm gonna put a sell order on those trading shares I got at like 27.75 or so. So let's see, ASTS. Maybe I'll just sell some now. I'll tell you the truth. I'm gonna sell some now so I can trade around the core. Let's see. So got about $1 gain already on those pre-market pickups. Just sold some ASTS. Berna looking really good, man. It's, you know what? If you're gonna play Berna, maybe the way to play it is common shares, because the spread on these things are just ridiculous on the options. The spread on the common shares is a little bit better, although that's pretty high too. Let me see. Let's see what I could do with Berna. Here we go. Look at it go. Look at Berna go. Holy crap. Let me see if I can still get some of these $20 calls. No. Look at Hood go to that target and do anything about it. So Hood is heading to 48.50. I think anything can stop 48.50 on Hood. So do what you must on that. Boeing looking great, heading for the target. Let me see. Maybe I should take some profits on Boeing. Boeing. Oh, up 137% today. I have 10 contracts. All right, let me just sell 2 of these Boeing contracts for now. All right, I just sold 2 Boeing contracts, and I can't believe I'm going to watch Hood go to 48.50 and not do anything with it. Such a loser. TSSI hits 10. Wow, very nice. Should have just held one more day. Let's see what I could do here. I'm really interested in Berna call options. These spreads are just terrible. All right, we got a nice pop in. Wow, look at that gap in PBI. Looking beautiful. 20 DMA, 980. Let me see what my call options are doing on PBI. PBI, $10 calls. Let's see if they've moved here. They haven't even moved. Haven't even moved today. Still 30 by 40 cents. TSSI looking nice above 10 here. You got resistance at 1028. And where's our Hood? There's Hood. Okay. Let's wait for a bigger dip, maybe in LAZR. To where? I'm not sure. Here, maybe. 743. Ooh, we're almost there. What's this? 737, 743. So this could be interesting, but man, look at the manipulation here. It's so unfair. shit should be illegal. All right. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Am I gonna be suckered into hood again and then get and lose on the chop? It's gonna happen again every single day. All right, I'm gonna try it. I have to. Hood. Let's go this week. 48 strike. This week, 48 strike hood. All right, I just grabbed some. All right, I'll try not to. I try not to look at it until it gets to 48.50. Oh, someone help me deal with volatility. I cannot stand intraday volatility. Intraday volatility. I cannot stand it. All right, so let's see. Nice sell there on ASTS. A nice sell there on Boeing. Okay, now we're getting a drop on Berna. Let me see. Berna. Buy to open. Oh, it filled. Oops. I added some Berna $20 calls at 150. Ooh, paid probably too much for those. I really wanted the 1750s. 1750s are better. 1750s are better on Berna. OPTT, look at that. All right, still got half of my shares on OPTT. Looking for ultimate target. Let's break 63.72. You break 63.72, we're heading to 69. Let me move that to the top of the list. All right, so that's looking good. I'm sure there's a lot of crazy stuff happening under here. I just cannot get to everything. Look at Lunar up 20%. Wow. Oh, how's WRD doing? Nothing special. Oh, Bros had a upgrade this morning. Ooh, look at that. Nice analyst upgrade this morning on Bros. And I forgot to mention Sinez Tech, who were interviewing it on Wolf Financial Spaces at 1:30. I just too many stocks to mention this morning. Too many stocks. LAZR didn't quite get to that number I wanted. It already bounced. See how TLT is doing. See if I even have any capital left in the SPY puts to save. $340. I'll take it. All right. Take that. And then how about TLTs expiring today, March 24th? Oh, those are worthless. 91.50. Let me just check this. All right, I'll take this capital back also. No, I can't. There's no bid. There we go. IWM to 208. There it is. Wow. Can you imagine if I kept my IWM calls? That's so many IWM calls. Look at QQQ. Is hood flying now? ASTS is flying and hood is flying and everything's flying and Lunar's flying. All right, so where's Berna? This is unusual that Berna is not really moving with IWM here. So hood is definitely hitting that target, man. Definitely hitting 48.50. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I'm up on those calls now. Ah, oh, shit. Can you imagine if I just kept all my long positions from last week? All right, anyway. Bros gap above on this news. Look at Lunar go. Holy crap. I think let's put hood, Lunar, hood, Lunar, ASTS. Whoa, look at ASTS go, baby. Let me see. I have some ASTS call options also, just 5 contracts. I'm going to sell those here as we are at, wow, broke the 20 DMA. I'm going to sell these. I have 5 of the 2550s up very nicely on those, selling these at market right here. Let's see what price I got on that. 305. Beautiful. All right. All right. Sold some ASTS call options. I don't have a ton of ASTS because I have covered calls on them. Let's see. I sold 20 covered calls, 24.50, 25, 26.50. Wow. So let's see. Hood, Lunar, ASTS. WRD is not working. Let's keep the OPTT up here. And LAZR, OPTT. Okay, WRD not working. I should have sold more of those. Wait, let me see if I'm still, how much I'm up on these Boeings. Boeing calls 343. I'm gonna sell. Should I sell a couple more of these Boeing calls? Let me see. I give it a chance. You know what? I'm gonna give these Boeing calls Boeing a chance to get to 188. I already took some profits. Burn, a huge disappointment. Wow, man, I had Affirm and UPST calls also. Look at Tesla 262. Didn't even have a chance to talk about Tesla 20 DMA. These a lot of room left, guys. A lot of room left to run. We're low on the RSI here. We're finally getting our balance. This could really pump. Let's look at QQQ. So QQQ right at that 20. Can it make it to the 200? Wow, look at IWM really breaking out. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, I was in so much IWM Friday. All right. This makes me scared. Boeing. Man, Hood continue. Hood is gonna touch that. There's no way it doesn't touch that. At this point, probably today. At this point, probably today. Let me just see. Hood. Wow, look at the volume on these. You know what? I'm gonna just get 5 more contracts. All right, got a few more Hood contracts. Tesla, I cannot trade Tesla. It's crazy. All right, let me see. Let me try it. Look, wow, look at that. I mean, look, you got a resistance right here at 266.25. I would say, what are your levels? 266.25. Then another level at 273.60. So 266, 273, and then the 200 DMA. Here. 266, 273, 285. Those are your levels on Tesla. Oh, shit. I should have sold all the Boeing. Oh, man. WRD sucks. Hood is where it's at, man. Hood, it's where it's at. ASTS also. I only have 500 uncovered ASTS at this point, plus the short puts. Oh, Hood is going to 48.50. That's crazy. Should I buy more or should I sell now? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. 128. I got in at 128. They're 155 now. Let's wait a little more.
OPTT kind of losing steam. I don't know. I'm thinking of selling the rest of my OPTT here. I think I'm going to sell the rest of my OPTT here. 52, 53 cents to 59 cents. Yeah. I'm going to sell the rest of the OPTT. Looks like there's better things to focus on. Let's get my profit. Secure that profit there on OPTT. Okay, so I'm all out OPTT right now. Wow, look at these Hood and Lunar are so strong. Hood, Lunar, ASTS. These look like the ones to, wow, Lunar looks nice there. So Hood, Lunar, ASTS. Okay, took our profits on OPTT and LAZR, looking for re-entries possibly there. Boeing, am I going to kick myself for not selling them all? Berna has been really frustrating, but this can explode at any time, so let's give it a chance. Sinez Tech, okay, 1:30 p.m. interview. Don't forget about that, bros. This WRD not working. I'm gonna have to cut that. I'm gonna have to cut that soon. Maybe I'll just do it now. WRD, only $100 loss. I'm sure it'll bounce back, but I just don't want to worry about it. Let's focus in on what's working. All right, so got out of that WRD. An interesting gap open in PBI. Wow. I guess a lot of stocks did that though. Yeah, okay. Oh, look at QQQ heading. QQQ's heading to 200. That's it. Okay. It's gonna take Hood with it. There it goes. I'm gonna add more Hood. I don't care. Hood calls. What? Did I sell these or buy these? I don't get it. Why don't I have... Did I accidentally sell these Hood calls? What the hell? You know how many times I made freaking... Oh, yeah. I thought I bought 5 more and I sold 5. Jeez. Oh my gosh. I make mistakes like that all the time, by the way. At least 2 or 3 times a week. I buy when I thought I sold or sell when I thought I buy. I do that often. It's crazy. I usually just fix it right away when I notice it. Okay, so let me know. Is this a buy? Did I buy it? Now buy. Okay. So now I bought Hood. HOD. Yeah, okay. So I got 25. I got 25 call options on our way to 48.50 on Hood. Okay. So 48.50 for Hood. Oh, look at that ASTS. Jeez. Unfortunately, all my most of my shares are covered with these call options. Let's check in on those ERs for a second. Luck D hanging in there. Yeah, Rum is going to hit. What did I say Rum is going to hit? It's going to hit the 20 DMA. Rum will hit 832 today. So a little bit of a... in Rum. There's almost no way Rum doesn't hit 832 today. Unless the whole market goes down because of some geopolitical news. So I'm not in it though. I'm not in it yet. Okay, QQQ for sure going to the 200 DMA now. For sure. That's 492.50. Okay. And Hood for sure going to 48.50. Feel very good about all these targets. Okay. Let's put them over here. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's gonna go. Maybe now I could sell some Boeing on this pop. Boeing. Where's my Boeing? Boeing 3. Yeah, I need higher. All right. Hood. Should I get rum? You know, I was also thinking of getting rum call options for earnings because this thing has been destroyed. Hold on, I'm just gonna get some rum for the ER anticipation run in the afternoon for that 8:30, just a little scalp to 8:30. Question is, how much should I get? Let me get not a big size. All right, picked up some rum at 8:09. And let's just review the target again. Target is 8:32. And then, but look at the day chart on this thing. Remember they had that big investment from Tether? Remember this thing? Remember 750 to 1740 because of the investment from Tether? And we've not had an ER since. Like, maybe this thing, if they performed, I don't know. I don't know how their quarter went. But if they had a good quarter, this thing can make a move back towards 8. And the call options, I think, are pretty cheap. I was looking at them last night. Well, $9 calls are 20 by 25 cents. 850, 35 by 40. The 8s are 50 by 60. I don't know. Something to look at. Maybe I'll just pounce on common shares if they beat tomorrow morning rather than playing options. All right, QQQ and Hood, they're heading to the levels. Almost guaranteed, guys. Almost guaranteed. Why am I in QQQ calls? I don't know, because I'm an idiot. Should I be buying more Hood calls? I don't know. 0.84% allocation right now. I think that's enough. Okay, Boeing. Let me see if I can finally sell more Boeing for a profit. Not yet. I need a little higher. Berna. Yeah, I made a mistake on that. All right. What's this private chat? Did I give a target for TSSI? I mean, it basically hit the target. TSSI, well, it's a 20 DMA was the target. 964. You also have 1028. I don't know. I'm gonna wait for a dip if I'm gonna play TSSI again. I want to dip on that. Tesla 267. Wow, everything's looking great. QQQ going. Hood should be going. Hood. 59. 169. All right, let's check the chat. PBIBA? What's that? No. PMI data, ION Q 14%. It is 175? No freaking way. Oh my gosh. I got a big position in my retirement account. Wow. Wow, look at that. Holy smokes. Wow. I'm not even tempted to sell it yet. My fair value that I calculated was over $200.
All right. QQQ hood. We're just gonna keep going, guys. We're just gonna keep going. Party on. Just gonna keep going. So I'm just gonna get there's five more call options on hood, averaging up. I don't care. I got too much conviction in this 45.50 target. All right. Finally get a normal day. Directional market instead of chop. All right, this is crazy. Burner needs to explode. Come on, this is just crazy. I'm putting it at the top. I'm gonna have it there so I can see the fireworks when it happens. Might be a couple days though, but when it happens, boo, you're going like 21 in like 10 minutes. What is this? 2142, 2150, 20. Okay, so 2150 is the target. 2150 is the target on burn before the earnings report, in my opinion. When's the earnings report? Earnings report is next week. So 2150 is my target on Burna. QQQ targets at 200 DMA, another couple bucks, $2-3. Hood 48.50. Everything looking good. I'm gonna take a snack. Gotta get some water too. All right. I'm gonna go mute while you don't hear me chew this. There we go. All right, I'm back. I just put Bros in my retirement account on this gap. I used to have it. I love it. 87 after earnings pullback. All right, so I'm back in Bros in my retirement. Let's see. Wow, one of my retirement accounts are up over 5% today. Let's see. No, I think I might take profits on Celsius in this account. Yeah, I'm taking profits on Celsius here. It has a little bit more room. Okay, Celsius in at 26.81. Holy shit! In my retirement account, making $4,000 on this trade right here, and out. Boom! I'm out. Celsius makes up for Kodak. Oh my gosh. Oh, Zim should have gotten a. I should have gotten a dividend. Zim dividend received. Pitney Bowes. Ooh, about Zim. Where's my Dim dividend? I don't know. Whatever. Should be getting a Zim dividend. All right. Let's go back. Not worried about this. No, I'm not worried about this. Unless did it get close? No. There's no way you fail right there. That's retarded. That won't happen. Zim up 10% after the dividend. Oh, where is my dividend though? It's not in my account yet. Where is my dividend? I don't know. All right, so let's see. I think I need more ASTS exposure because look at Bros. That's just beautiful, isn't it? I think I need more ASTS exposure because it's all covered calls now. What I got to do here? Let's see. 28.72 is resistance. Well, let me check my short puts. No, I even bought back the hood short puts Friday. Damn it. I'm such an idiot. 1 second. So the short puts I have are ASTS and LAZR. LAZR. ASTS. I also have short calls. Right, on both sides of this. Wow, look at Bros. What are those puts I sold? I sold $6 puts for 50 cents. Oh, that's so safe. Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. 550? 550? Wow. The yield is crazy. It's like 100% yield, even now. Selling $6 puts on LAZR. Maybe it's 80, 90% now. All right, let's check out the drone stocks. RCAT with a pop. Above the 20 DMA. 630 next target. I'm in mob. Palantir is looking nice, huh? Let me put that alert on Celsius. Oh, I can get a chance to get back in ASTS soon. Let's see, where did I sell it? So ASTS sold at 27.43. Oh, really? I sold it early. Went to 28.25. All right. What about the call contracts? So 25.50 sold at 3.05. 25.50s. Let's see. 25.50. That was this week. 25.50 sold at 3.05. Okay, those I sold better. 25.50 calls. Let's see. Time to you know what I could do also is the short calls. I could buy back some of the short calls. April 11th, where is it? March 20th, 24.50. I'd lose money on it though. 24.50, 27.50, 28.50, and not worth it. Not worth it. Come on, Berna. Come on, Berna. Little QQQ dip. Let's see. The PTT laser. Shit, I gotta get rid of those Boeing calls. Look, I sold WRD at the worst time. Damn it. PBI hit 976. Grrr. Look at that. Still looking good. TLT. Ooh. All right. So TLT, I'm planning on. I was actually hoping this would be beautiful. If TLT goes to 89 before PCE, I'm going to load up for next week's expiration. So TLT, let's keep an eye on that. TLT 89. All right, so keep an eye on that one there. Why is Berna not bouncing back with IWM? Look at that TLT drop. Was there some news that just came out at 10 a.m.? Was there some economic news that just came out at 10 a.m.? Let me check my.
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, my phone died. Shit, I can't even get it. Can you find out what that? I got to plug my phone in now. How do I get economic data on desktop? I don't even know how to do it.
Just look up economic calendar and then
Yeah, no, but the actual data I get it from my Webull. I didn't think there was anything big this week.
No. I'm thinking of tomorrow at 10.
I don't think there was anything big this. I mean, the biggest of the week is PCE. Let me see. Economic calendar. Okay, economic calendar. PMI at 9:45. I don't even know how to. I don't even know PMI.
The Atlantic Fed speaks at 1:45, and then the Fed governor speaks at 3:10. That's it.
Let's see. $90 TLT calls for the end of the week are 42 cents. I want to wait. So there was nothing. I mean, there's PMI, but is that PMI came out at 9? I don't even know what was the print on PMI. We kept going up after that PMI data anyway. 9:45 a.m. Okay, this is just maybe normal volatility. Normal for now. Yo, this TLT could end up being bucks. See if that happens. Berna has been terrible. Okay, coming back. Wow, good thing I sold the OPTT. Where's the support now? Gap fill, 54 cents. I might try it again there. LAZR, where was our support? Right, 743. 743.54. Let's see. Boeing, we need Boeing. I need Boeing to come back. And I'm such an idiot. How many times I've tried to play WRD? Now, can you imagine? Oh my gosh. So I cannot handle the intraday volatility on some of these names. Pretty feeble bounce all around. I see this fading more feeble. I don't see this as feeble. Powerful. Got Hood going from 35 to 48. Beautiful. Boeing. It's WRD. Jeez. 5-day. WRD. Damn it. 9. Okay, I'm gonna step into it. It seems, I think it's a little early. You know what? So I'm gonna go to next week's TLT. Buy to open call. Go to Monday. Monday 90. Oh yeah, 53 cents. Not bad. Monday 90 is 53 cents. That takes you right into here. Not bad, but this does. All right, I'm gonna get some TLT Monday 90 calls. Am I too early? All right, let me make my size smaller. I'm gonna do small size. Monday $90 calls. Reason I'm doing small size, just worry, almost kind of hope that at this point TLT hits 89 cents with a continued market rally. I hope that's what I'm hoping for. Let's rally the QQQ the 200, take the TLT down to the 50, and then we rotate. Right, take our profits out, and we get some hedge there at TLT 89. That's my vision. Oh, look at this. WRD is going to piss me off, man. In days, I'm trying to find the bottom, and I just keep getting chopped out. All right. Berna's such a loser. Shorting GRRR. I have no position or opinion in GRR, except I think that was a nice move this morning. Nice response. OPTT. Okay, OPTT is coming up. Coming down, I mean. 55 cents. $0.54. Oh my gosh, if WRD explodes right after, I'm gonna have a freaking fit. Now it's a hive day. Ah. All right. I'm just buying like 200 shares just so I don't have FOMO. All right, I'm back into WRD. Just 200 shares. All right, so let's see. ASTS. I don't know what's feeble about this bounce. Maybe the volume's feeble. Let's see. Yeah, the volume might be low. I don't know. The 20 DMA. No, this is looking good. Good. SPY at Hive Day again. Over the 200 DMA. I disagree with Godfather on this. Anytime you bounce over the 200 DMA, it's strong and meaningful. Let's go to... Look at Lunar. Yeah. Come on, Boeing. Let's go. PBI is feeble. I'll give you that. Feeble bouncing PBI, but other stuff looks good. Yes. Oh my God, I had call options on all this stuff. Look at Tesla. Ooh, wow. There it goes. 200 DMA coming for Tesla. 285. Got some 273 resistance though first. Roughly around 273. And then 285. Wow, look at that. Ooh, well, my retirement account's happy. Tesla, Hood, and Root are my top 3 positions. Tesla up 9%, Hood up 8.5%. Root, my retirement account should be up big then. Let's see what Root is at. ROT. What? Whoa, my keyboard stopped working. What the hell? Kodak is up 5% Hive Day. What's going on? Root is up 11%. Wow. So my retirement account should be up huge. But it's only up 4.3%. The other is up 5%. Okay, so this account, I'm up about 4.6% in my Roth combined today. How come this doesn't type anymore? What the hell? Oh, there we go. I had to. What the hell? I'm gonna close this. I gotta reset. Let's try again. The question is, how come my retirement account is not up bigger? So today, percentage gain loss. So it's Root, Tesla, Hood, top 3. ASTS. Wow, how come I'm not up like 1,000,000% in my retirement account? MBIS, TSSI, Credo. Holy crap! So what am I down on? Let's see. What is underperforming? MOB. Why do I have so much MOB? Jeez. That's really about it. Doing pretty good in my retirement account today. All right. So, let's go back here. Come on, Berna. You know what? Maybe I'll buy more Berna for my retirement account. So you got 3% there. And oh, I don't have any Berna in this account. Ooh.
Yeah, did you see what Ross just put on there?
Beyond?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Marcus Lemonis teased something last night. Look at Tesla. Biggest percent increase since November 2025. Grand online reopening of Bye Bye Baby. Hold on. I just want to buy a little more Berna for my retirement account here. In the SEP IRA, Berna, buy to open. Actually, yeah, why not? Market. Okay, got a little more Berna. Beyond announces the grand online reopening by Baby as Baby Days and launch of the Baby digital asset on the and launch of the Baby digital asset secured on the T0 platform. I don't even know like what families have this. A live event on X Spaces titled T0 Overstock Bye Bye Baby to prove return business going on. I don't know, man. I don't get this whole T0 stuff, blockchain stuff, and e-commerce. But looking at the Beyond chart, 20 DMA, like every other stock, everything's moving to the their moving averages above it. So 565, 570. That's the target on Beyond. You know what? Should I sell some root? This is crazy, right? Let me see how much root I have. ROOT. I have a lot of root. I'm up a lot. Hold on. Let me just check my return. Let's see here. So my largest position is still PBI. Oh, PBI, followed by root, then hood, then ASTS. Why do I have so much PBI? Root, and then Tesla. Wow, nice, beautiful day today. Maybe I should sell some root call options. What are the $200 call options go for? Let's see. Let's go 24 days out. $200 calls are $10. Wow, when's the earnings report? Earnings report is 428 to 52. These are wow. Dude, I'm selling $200 root calls right now. Let me sell them on 500, 600. I'm gonna sell it on a little less than half my position. Yeah. I'm doing it right now. That's gonna be in. Wait, hold on. Which account do I? Let's spread in. Okay, so in the Roth account. Okay, so option chain, April 17th, $200 calls. Come on. Sell to open 3 at the midpoint, $9.10. 2,700. Oh, your order. What? Why can't I do that? Wait a second. I was in the wrong account. Let's see if this works. Preview, place order, manage orders. Root did not fill. Let's go to $9. Let's see if that fills. 910. All right, I'm putting this in here. Root. Oh, is hood really that high? Oh, wait, I should probably sell some hood. Hold on. Oh yeah, hood is near my target. Okay, I'm gonna sell hood. Thank you for that alert. Hood got wow. How much? What the? I'm in the wrong account. Jesus, it's so complicated with all these accounts. All right, hood. All right, made $1,800 today on calls. All right, hood sell at market. Hood out. Okay, all out hood. $48 calls this week. Nice. Hood target hit. Beautiful. All right, now sold root 200 calls for 910 against half of my long position. Nice. Okay, beautiful. Oh my gosh, that hood was nice. Finally made a little bit of money back. All right. And that was that outperforming QQQ kind of too, right? All right, so that's that. So let's Go back to this. I got a lot to claw back, man. I had a tough 2 weeks. Okay, beyond this 547, I'm not in it though. Heading to that 569 target. How come I'm not in it? Because I'm a dumbass. Enjoy it. It's just because I don't have enough conviction in this blockchain stuff. I don't understand blockchain. I don't understand why people are so excited about T0. So I don't have the conviction to play this catalyst. That's why. All right, so burn. Okay, we got beyond and burn, although I'll keep staring at it for the next hour. And then I might chase it. But nah, try not to chase that. Oh, beautiful. Hood was just gorgeous. Oh my god. All right, let me see. Let me make sure I don't have any more hood left here. Actually, wow, that was just beautiful. RSI is still not overbought. This can still go places. Let me see how much hood I have in my retirement account. See if I need to take any profits there. So hood, I am now up overall. Thank God. You know, I bought. You know what I got into hood? I bought hood up here, like in the 66 range or something, in my retirement account. Let's see. I bought it at 63.60 initially, February 13th. But then I kept averaging down. Then I bought it 43.57, 43.59, 39.14, 49.33, 39.09, 39.10. And now I'm up nicely on hood. That was beautiful. Very happy about that. But this is my retirement account, and I got to tell you, my price objective on hood is like $100. I don't think I'm going to sell it. I don't think I'm selling hood on this pop. Celsius, I was fine selling on that pop because I don't know what the hell's going on with that company. Wow, that was a beautiful sell I had this morning on Celsius. Tesla up 10%. Oh my gosh. Tesla up 10%. And Tesla's heading at this point. Tesla broke that resistance, heading for the 200 DMA at 284. Wow, a lot of people made a lot of money on Tesla calls today. Congratulations. All right, let's move on. Berna, Tesla. How are my kids' accounts doing? Okay, we're pretty much up 4% on average across the board in all the long-term accounts. How are the indices? How's Arcade doing? Oh, okay, so you Arcade, it's like an Arcade kind of day. Okay, 4.6%. All right, risk on, baby. All right, so let's see what else we can do here. Sorry, Red, I didn't take a screenshot of my hood calls. I was up on. Such an idiot. Let me do that. Actually, let me see. I can on the gain loss. Let's see what it says there for hood today. Hood. Whatever. I made $1,800. I lost $2,000 on SPY puts that I held over the weekend. Made $3,500 on OPTT. All right. I think I'm good for today. I had a good day. Maybe I should just hang it up. Let's see what's in my account now. Thing is, most of my ASTS is covered calls. It's going to be called away, so I'm not benefiting too much from this. I'm waiting for a drop to get more exposure to buy back some of those covered calls. Berna just not working. Just not working. What the hell is wrong with Berna? All right. PBI. What did I buy PBI at last week? You know what? I'm up on these PBIs. I bought them at 9.55 last week. So feeble. Yeah, that is feeble, Godfather. But that's the only one that's really kind of feeble. Let's move Tech up because we got that 1:30 p.m. interview coming. And then, oh, ISRLW. I still have this guy here. Ooh, a little bit of a bid today. 12 cents. Oh, that's interesting. It's a big gap. Ooh. Whoa, a lot of 11s in here too. Okay, I hope someone's cheating. See, sometimes I don't mind insider information. Hopefully that's inside info. Some it's not huge volume. All right, it's only 7,000 shares. It's but a lot of bits. Very interesting. Was there news on ISRLW today? ISRLW. No, ISRL. ISRL news. Let's see anything here. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna take off soon. I think we had a good morning. That hood call was insane. Hit and now exceeding the target. Let me see. In my wheel account, I think I sold puts on Hood Friday. Let me see if I did. I think I did. If I did, might be time to buy him back and redeploy it. Let's see. I'm having trouble opening this account. Give me a second. Oh my gosh, E-Trade is so slow today. What the hell? My phone? What the hell's going on? Why did I just get a text about SCNS? All right, whatever. All right, let's see. So, look at Hood go. Oh my gosh. All right, finally get this open. Come on. No. Wow. I have another retirement account that's almost all Tesla. It's up 9.8% today. Beautiful. All right. Let's see. In the put selling account, no, I don't even have Hood. I have AS. I'm supposed to sell TSSI covered calls today. I forgot about that. All right, let's do that. TSSI in the wheel. Oh, I gotta alert that too. So I wanted to sell the $10 calls, $1.35. That cuts to $11.35, and we paid $11.71. Do we wait a little bit more? TSSI. I'm gonna wait a little bit more. I'm gonna sell those covered calls before the ER. Let me just put a limit order in to sell these at $2. So TSSI trade options, TSSI select price and term, April 17th, $10 calls, sell to open, 5 covered calls at 5 covered calls at $2. Whoa. Good to cancel. Good for 60 days. Preview, place order. Okay. That's that. How far did QQQ get? Oh, now let's put rum up here. I'm in rum. Wow. Look at that hood. Let's see here. So if I include that Tesla. So in my retirement account, PBI is my largest, followed by Tesla, Root, and then Hood. PBI, Tesla, Root, Hood, ASTS.
Love that retirement account. PBI Tesla root hood ASTS. Wow. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Let's see. I gotta go soon. I need to take care of some things. It's only a penny, 56. It looks impressive though. 100,000, 57,000 bucks moves at a penny. I don't know. At this point, you gotta root for TLT to hit 89. Wow, look at this hood nonstop. Oh, Craig Hallam lowered the price target on LAZR to 7 from 15. All right, I gotta get going. Let me see. Is anyone even still here? I got 13 people. Brett, you there? I'm gonna get going. Can you send me those hood gains?
It's all good. I rode with some as well.
Oh, you wrote some hood?
Yep.
All right, we'll go with your screenshot.
Yeah, it was 60 something percent, I think.
Yeah, mine doesn't show percent anymore. It just shows the dollar gain after I sell it. So, which was not even huge because I made 1,800 bucks. All right, I'm gonna go take a break, chill out. We got 1:30. Well, we got 1 p.m. space, and then the Sinestech shows up at 1:30 p.m. Maybe send them an email reminder a couple hours before.
Yep.
Then,
All
all right,
right,
I'm
will
out of
do.
here. Good day.
See ya.
Take care, guys. Let's just comment. TSSI reports Wednesday. Ooh, TSSI reports Wednesday. Nice. All right, bye, guys.